Hello, and welcome to the gojenn videocast. Today is Sunday, April 3rd, and I am glad that you have chosen to take some of your time today to spend with me. So, this has been a fun weekend. I got to spend hours and hours yesterday with my grandson. So, it's just always fun to hang out with him. As he gets older, he is more hilarious, and we have a lot of fun together. This is my third time trying to film this. I've gotten the section that is my flip through in my Color Crush. That's done and like I want it, but I decided it was just easier to refilm this than it was to try to edit. It was such horror. But anyway, since this month was the end of March, the 1st of April, these 3 books came out of my traveler's notebooks, and I put 3 new notebooks in. So before I go with the new, out with the old first. This is my journal, and I've loved it, of course. This was my habit tracker and my craft tracker. I wanted to mention real briefly about the habit trackers. In one of the videos I watched this weekend about the bullet journal, they were talking about, or this lady in particular, she came from a math statistics kind of background, and she said, what's the point of doing this if you don't make use of the data that you've gathered? And I get that. From a statistical point of reference, you have just gathered a whole month's information. And so what she did, she went back and she said, how much percent of the time did I do this? How many percent of the time did I do that? What do I need to percentage-wise increase this to 100? Blah, 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 blah. And that is great. And so I have never thought of it that way. So if you haven't, maybe that's something you want to consider. Look back at the end of the month. What percentage of the time did you do the things you wanted to do? And what's it going to take for you to do it every day? For me, at my age, I just do it so I can check a box, okay? I do it for the satisfaction of knowing that I did something right or good. You know how they used to say sometimes the only thing I did right was get up in the morning? Well, for this, sometimes the only things I do right are getting to check my boxes off. So that's why I do it. And I do want to establish these things as good habits for me. Exercise, taking my meds, doing my journaling, crafting, posting to Instagram and Etsy. So I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't be statistical. I'm just saying, if you haven't thought of it, give it a shot. So here's where we left off last week. Monday was just a very, very blah day. I think after the excitement of the weekend and the week before, finishing my blanket, opening the Etsy shop, having a sale, or making a sale, and that kind of thing, that was just a phenomenal week, and this week was the week after. That's about the best we can say. And when you get to the end of March, one of the other things you can say is I've survived another winter. And even though I live here in Virginia, where we have relatively mild winters compared to those of you in the, I don't know how you can stand it where it snows all winter. I can't. But anyway, I survived our little mild winter, which was about the best I could do. And I wanted to show you something else. This is this was the last page in my actual notebook. These other pages, the rest of these have been taken out of the back of other books that maybe I had a couple pages left and I just saved them. And so I used them for this month and then just taped them in. Just because the book is over doesn't mean the month is. So, you know, if you run out of pages in your notebook, just put some extras in. Don't worry about it. It's yours. This was my Lister's Got a List notebook for January, February, and March. So this took me 3 months. And I did put a little page tab so I would know where my prompts were. And that was really helpful. March was a heck of a month for me. I was able to fight my fear and go ahead and open up the Etsy shop. And I had my first sale. Thanks, Christy. And I finished that blanket, and I finished it on time. So, yay. And survived another winter. So, I was really glad that I did the things that I had made as goals for the month of March. April, I don't have that many more goals. It's a break month for the Harry Potter Knitting and Crochet House Cup, so I don't have to worry about classes there. And this little notebook had been just a piece of a notebook that had been left over, and it's got a couple pages left in it, and that I'll cut them out and set them aside for another use. But it really came in useful, and it was exactly what I needed it to be. So, thank you very much for your service. Like they tell people in juries, thank you for your service. We appreciate it. Now go forth and be good citizens. I'm going to archive those. This is my journal for April. And, of course, my breathe is my word for 2016. So, and I do have to remind myself of that because I get so flustered with things to do. Oh, no. And my brain is doing that. So I have to consciously breathe. Just take a breath. It's not the end of the world. Just take it one day at a time. So this is the first page. I love those bears, runway bears. I love that washi tape. And so this is my habit tracker and craft tracker for April. And see how nice they are, all nice and fresh, without my scribblings all over them. The difference between the month ahead and the month behind. So that just makes me really, really happy to look at. And here I've just gone ahead and started April. And since I am moving my journal, or my listing to a separate insert, this is just journal. This is just the way I'm going to use this notebook. I'm just going to journal. And I had my washi out, so I went ahead and put it down on a couple pages so that I can just jump in and enjoy having pages already decorated. This is as much decoration as I need. I don't have to have decorations. So this is something that I got from the Bujo Berry, B-U-J-O Berry, I think. I may be very wrong. Anyway, this is a calendar year, 2016, January, February, March, and the days across. And I just wanted to have that in there in case I'm somewhere and I need a calendar to maybe scribble a note, some forward planning, something like that. Okay, this is my bullet journal. And this is the April challenge. So, plan with me. So I'm going to try to do that. I've made this grid here of items added to the Etsy shop, stitchy markers, so that I can visually represent those as I add them to the shop. And then I wanted to include the mission statement for the Etsy shop just because I think that's important for me to keep first and foremost in my mind. And this book is just what it's going to be, a bullet journal. I've started with a list I made on Friday, checking things off. Once I check off some more and my list gets messy, I'll turn the page and make a new list. That's all I'm planning. This is where I've tried to do the 2 Plan With Me challenges that is this, the April Plan With Me Challenge. And that's mostly an Instagram thing. If you look for the hashtag Plan With Me April, that's what you will find, those prompts. And this is my new Lister's Got a List book and I've started it with the 1st of April. And I'm just going to do this exactly like I've done the other one. That it truly makes me happy because it makes me think outside my normal box. And so I have all these luscious blank pages to fill up. So I'm going to stop this video now and hopefully stitch it together with the Plan With Me part that I've done for the Color Crush. Fingers crossed. Hope it works. Thanks. Okay, so here I am. I have filled in a bunch of the stuff that I had to write down. I keep an index card in my journal of stuff that I want to add to my diary or my memory keeper here. So these are things that I have written down. These stickers I got from the Sweet Pink Elephant. They are just too cute. They're just like Horrible Mondays. So I'm going to use this one that says Monday Go Away, because it was just basically a go to work, come home, go to bed day. Yuck day. And let's see. My doctor told me I had to start taking vitamin D supplements because my vitamin D was very low. So I thought that I would put one of those there. And I don't put them down for my happy pills, just I'm going to put an E for I had another Etsy sale. Thank you, Christy. And I'm going to put the E for Etsy there. I'm going to put the YouTube sticker down for Sunday because that's my day to play YouTube Queen. So I'm going to do that. I did put some stickers down already for these things like collections, and like Saturday was my grandson and granddog. We had Chick-fil-A. We saw Batman and Superman, and I made a sock yarn blanket square. And then this is a list of my collections that I put, that I have decided on, and that has given me, made me really happy. So, I don't have long nails, as you probably have learned, because they get on my nerves just so much. I don't know how people manage with long nails. I cannot. It is beyond my capabilities. Let's see. I have these doggy paws, and these are also from Sweet Pink Elephant. And since I've had 3 dogs this weekend, my 2 plus my granddog, I have had the pitter-patter of 12 little feet. Just fun, fun, fun. I got to go to the movies with my grandson yesterday, and then he went to his other grandmother's because he has an uncle who will play video games with him. And so that's a good thing. So I got to come home and take a nap. Let's see. Stitch sock yarn blanket square there and one there. So I was going to put a skein of yarn over here, sticker, just because I've got it. And then these stickers, these are from 9.89 Designs on Etsy. And these, I have not used them much because it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do with them. So I'm going to use this because they're never not for me or whatever, those kind of stickers. So I'm going to use a Just Okay on the Batman versus Superman. It was meh. Wasn't great, that's for sure. But I enjoyed it. It was the movies. I was with my grandson. I'm not saying you should boycott it. I'm not. This is the night that all I did was think. This Thursday night, I just think. So I was just in planner mode. All I was doing is kind of thinking, what did I want my planner to be? You hear the tiptoe of those tiny feet, don't you? They're everywhere. So I've just been thinking what to do. I think that's about it. I'm doing my video today. So what was the overall this week? Let me put a sticker down. And this is from the Cricut Paper Company. And the main thing for this week, and I'm going to use a black Staedtler marker, ready for April. So I'm ready. March was such an eventful month. It was so great that I am excited to see where, March, excuse me, I was talking about March. That March was so exciting, that so much really happened. Oh, I'm going to cover up one of my doggy stickers. Phooey. That, trying to see if I can get it up with my unfingernail. Yes. I got this washi. I got some washi from the Peachy Cheap deal, and I'm going to use most of that for the Etsy shop when packaging up my stitch markers and earrings. So, but anyway, this is my spread, and I hope that this is going to work better. We'll see. We'll just have to see. I'm going to put that in my book. And the book is making me very happy. I'm not nearly as good as Miss Cinder Life, but I'm pretty good for me. So that's a happy thing. So here we go. This is how you can find me. I'm gojenn on Ravelry and Instagram. I think I'm gojenn. I might be gojenn C on YouTube. And at Etsy, you can find me as Stitchy Markers, all one word. And I'd love for you to come by. And I've seen those of you that have come by and favorited some items. That brings me great joy. Thank you very much. So that's all that I have for this week. I'm hoping to have some new things to show you next week. This was a week in my head. So next week's I'm hoping to be a week in my hands. So until I see you then, I wish you a week filled with love and laughter.